Hello, I'm Joseph Fritz, Executive Director of the Investment Casting Institute. Thank you for joining me today for this review of ICI member benefits. So we're going to look at how you can get the most from your ICI membership. This is a benefits review that was prepared for presentation on November 19th, 2020. What I'd like to first address is who we are, who is or what is the Investment Casting Institute. I'll then address our discount programs. Every trade association offers them. Then we'll get into our member exclusive benefits. Wrapping that up, we'll talk about what's new for 2021. And if you happen to be considering membership, we'll let you know what the next steps are. The ICI is a 501c6 nonprofit trade association. We're dedicated to serving the investment casting industry and its supply. Our mission statement, which I like to paraphrase and view it as a stool with three legs. One leg is the focus on our customer base, educating the customers so they understand the benefits from using investment castings, what can be derived from working with an investment casting supplier. The second leg of the stool focuses on industry sustainability, where we work with students. We will work with university level students, and we actually reach out to students as early as middle school to try to plant the seed of engineering or manufacturing as a potential career choice. And as the students get older, we are more focused on the investment casting industry. So by the time we're talking to university juniors and seniors, questions are very specific to the ICI and its members, and we very directly approach our industry. Doing this, we work with the Foundry Educational Foundation, another trade association, which is dedicated to the development of students to serve the foundry industry. The third leg of the stool, which is probably the most important leg, is working directly with our members by offering a diversified member benefit program to enhance the company's business acumen, its technical capabilities, and also its outlook and prospects on future growth. We provide networking opportunities, and I've always said part of my job is bringing people together. And in this case, I'm talking about bringing customers together with foundries, or foundry suppliers together with the foundries. The ICI is largely a member-run organization. We have a dedicated staff of specialists. They're a highly cohesive work group that share responsibilities well and are fully cross-trained. I lead the team, and I'm supported by a board of directors made up of industry professionals. The board is comprised of 12 representatives from our membership, 8 of which are from foundries and 4 of which are from suppliers. Additionally, to help us drive forward and achieve our objectives and meet what's laid out in our mission statement, we have a diverse group of member-run committees, many of which have subcommittees focusing on a variety of topics from education, technical, government affairs, publications, marketing, and the like. Our membership as of September 30th, 2020, numbered 267 companies. Our memberships are largely company memberships. This slide shows the distribution of our membership. Across the top, you see North American foundries and suppliers, and the bottom 2 histograms show our international foundries and suppliers. This is broken out by sales. And if you do a little analysis on this slide, it's quite evident that 75% of ICI members have annual sales below $10 million per year. This is the group that takes most advantage of our member benefit offering. That's not to say that the larger companies don't take advantage of things, but the offerings that we have for levering economies of scale best benefit our smaller members. So let's get into our discount programs. Every trade association has them. First, we want to focus on your business needs. We have relationships with Lenovo and Office Depot, providing you discounts on office equipment and consumables to meet your front-end business needs. We also have relationships with UPS and YRC Freight to help you ship your product and move materials. We do have a fairly diversified shipping program that's easy to get involved with in our members area. Travel management. Atlas Travel is a full service travel management group. They do more than just book flights and hotels and rental cars. They actually track what's going on in the market. They track where your people are. They have a complete set of management services where they ensure that all of your paperwork and documentation is in order for when you're visiting other countries. Proper visas are in place, and they track what's happening in the world. So if there's a reason to pull people out of a location and get them home safely, they are on top of things, and they will work directly with you, their customer. And again, there's discounts associated with that relationship. Other discount programs come directly from the ICI. Advertising in Incast magazine. Incast is published by Incast Corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Investment Casting Institute. It's our official magazine, and it's the only monthly publication dedicated to the investment casting industry. Ad sizes range from 1/6 of a page to a 2-page spread, and members get a significant discount on any advertising. There are prime spots where advertising can take place. Could be the back cover, the center of the magazine, the inside cover. And if you're interested, you can even have a wrap done on the outside of the magazine with your ad materials. Even greater savings can be had by our members who establish a multi-issue contract with Incast, and special rates are available also for our suppliers when advertising in our February Buyer's Guide. In fact, the February Buyer's Guide, in addition to the August Foundry issue, has bonus circulations. The Buyer's Guide is sent complimentary to approximately an additional 300 non-member professionals in our industry working at different foundries that are yet to become ICI members. That's done to benefit our suppliers who are advertising, and the fact that it is our Buyer's Guide, it does help the industry grow. The same is done with the August issue, with the circulation being enhanced to reach out to the OEMs, to people who are designing and ordering castings. We even send it to people who are ordering forgings and fabrications and precision machinings, because our intent is to bring people to our industry. There are 2 other times where we have bonus circulations. The first is where the ICI holds its annual technical conference. Every attendee to the conference receives a magazine, and typically you're looking at a bonus circulation of about 700. And there's also the European Investment Casters Federation events. EICF has also adopted Incast magazine as its chosen publication. And when they hold their events, there's also a bonus circulation at that time. In addition to Incast, the ICI offers publications. We have a diverse technical library comprised of guides, handbooks, proceedings from technical conferences, and a large variety of white papers, which address all aspects of our process from a technical standpoint to better support you do a good job at enhancing your process and growing your sales. The last discount program I want to talk about actually bridges into the member exclusive benefits as well, because this is probably our largest offering to the industry, and that is our technical conference and expo. It's the world's largest annual gathering of investment casters. It is comprised of a 3-day technical conference and a 2-day exposition. The 3-day conference typically takes place in the first part of the day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It is comprised of an award ceremony, a diverse presentation of technical papers. We occasionally have a couple of panel discussions. Once in a while, we have a how it's made presentation to better give you an understanding of where your direct materials or equipment come from. And we try to get a customer spotlight in there from time to time so we can hear the words of the customer directly, their view on the market, their requirements for becoming a supplier, and issues that they see with the industry and areas in where we can grow. Additionally, every one of our key events, the Technical Conference and Expo, and our Business and Leadership Development Conference, which I'll talk about later, is kicked off with a keynote speech, the presenter of which has some typical notoriety. The benefit of this event is that we offer discounts to members. And it's on our registration fees for delegates and exhibitors, as well as on our booth fees. And to kick the thing off and to wrap it up, we have 2 receptions, again, offering networking opportunities beyond the people getting involved on the expo floor and so forth. So we do try to enhance communications throughout. Now let's get into the member exclusive benefits. The technical conference can be attended by non-members. What we're going to look at here are members only benefits. The first is our certification course. Formally, it is the Investment Casting Specialist certification course. This is where members of member organizations can become certified as a specialist. There are no prerequisites for the program. You could be a new entry into the industry, or you could have 20 years of experience behind you. I assure you, there's going to be learning opportunities over the 9-day program. We've offered the program for the past 20 years, and it's been held annually at Pittsburgh State University in the late May, early June timeframe. The program addresses everything from tooling design to part finishing in not only a classroom environment, but in a hands-on foundry lab environment as well. Every student makes castings. The courses are conducted by our member industry experts. These are typically the suppliers to our industry that work with the products and the processes that will be taught in the course on a daily basis. Due to safety concerns, we have to limit attendance to 30 students. And due to the popularity of this program, we limit attendance to 2 attendees per member company. A natural follow-on to the certification program, not to say that certification is required as a prerequisite, but there is some special benefit associated with having both under your belt, is the process control for investment casting seminar. This is a more intimate setting. We limit the class to 16 students because they work in groups of 4 and we have 4 instructors. So each instructor is involved with a small number of students to really pull the most benefit out of the program. The course offers instruction on process control tools and methodology, and we hold the course once a year regionally. We do try to move it throughout North America to give everybody an equal opportunity to send people to it at minimal cost. Again, this program is conducted by our members' industry experts, who in this case deal with process controls on a daily basis. The ICI also offers its members benchmarking surveys. Now, the focus here is on our regular members, that's to say our North American foundries. There are 4 surveys that we conduct, and participation in surveys, in each survey entitles the participant to receive copies of the surveys. The surveys are not for sale, and if you did not participate, you cannot have access to them. So participation is a requirement. Participant anonymity is assured. We will identify, typically in the first page, those foundries that participated. However, the data is consolidated such that you're looking at industry trends, so you can't identify what one foundry is doing over another. The surveys address 4 key topics: the House Business Report, which takes a look at what happened in the prior year and what is your outlook for the year coming. It addresses concerns and challenges the industry is faced with, and it puts that in a very usable format. The Sales and Profit Survey addresses just that. What were your sales and profit for the past 2 years? What are the trends looking like? What markets are being addressed? The Compensation Survey addresses compensation practices from hourly rates by department, by level in the hour in those departments, through to general manager and CEO levels. The Health and Safety Survey takes a look at how safely we practiced in the prior year. What types of injuries occurred? For example, an injury might be a sprain. And then you may break that down and say, all right, was the sprain in the hand? Was the sprain in the leg, the neck, the back, and where those injuries occurred? So we really analyze the data and take a look at the areas where most injuries are taking place in the industry. This serves as a guide to the participating foundries and the ICI to identify areas where more focus has to be placed to ensure that we have a safe and profitable future. InCast magazine. I had mentioned it a little earlier, and I think I mentioned that it is the world's only monthly magazine dedicated to the investment casting industry. It is the official magazine of the ICI and the EICF, that's the European Investment Casters Federation. And it features technical articles, new product announcements, human interest stories, and member company profiles. All of these are available complimentary to our members. So if you want to publish a technical paper in the magazine to share your findings with the industry to enhance things, we encourage you to not only encourage you to do so, but it is done free of charge. If you have a company announcement to make, a promotion, a retirement, a major anniversary, maybe you're celebrating your 50 years in business, we're here to support you and publish that information to the industry free of charge. Additionally, we have our annual company listings, and I believe I had mentioned our suppliers guide and our foundry guides published in February and in August. Not only do we have your profiles listed and advertising to meet the key audiences and our enhanced circulation, but we have complete contact information and a complete directory sorted alphabetically and by product type that you're dealing with. Augmenting InCast magazine is InCast News. This is meant to be the cement between the bricks. At least that's how I look at it. It points the readers to key articles in InCast magazine, key activities going on in the industry, items that might be posted on social media, and new happenings on our website. It is free of charge to members and non-members alike. The benefit here is that it is a sponsorship opportunity, and it's an exclusive sponsorship opportunity because we only allow one member to sponsor InCast news per month. So this is a great opportunity, and it is a very affordable sponsorship. We had spoken about the company listings in the February and the August issues of our magazine. Well, these are brought together to go into a membership directory that's available in the public domain. And that directory is available in two formats. There's the interactive directory, which can be searched by product type, location, capabilities, part size, and so forth. You can search for either suppliers or for foundries. And by filling the criteria out, maybe you want to look in a particular region of the world, you can restrict the search in any way you like, and it generates a complete list of those operations that can meet your requirements and needs. No recommendations are made. It is simply a referral that identifies members that meet your criteria. For this reason, it's also very important that our members keep their member profiles up to date. One of the benefits that we've been offering our members is that every member has direct access to their profile. So if something changes, if you add a new service, you can simply go into our database, update your profile, and then when folks are searching for you, it'll pop up on your most current criteria. The second format of our directory, membership directory, is a printable format. It's available on our website, and it encompasses both ICI and EICF members. Our searchable directory does not address EICF members, but the print version does. And the reason for that is because the EICF and the ICI have a collaborative relationship. And as I had mentioned, the magazine is their official magazine as well as ours. Another member benefit is the opportunity to participate in the investment casting contest. This is a key promotional opportunity because winners receive their recognition at the technical conference. Their castings are displayed at their expo, at our expo, and they get feature articles in InCast magazine addressing their product. Runner-ups also get similar benefits. They will also be highlighted at the expo. They will have, over the course of the year, their submissions highlighted in InCast magazine. So it is a free promotional opportunity. It also has some bragging rights associated with it. Awards are given on the basis of market. So we choose the best casting submitted for aerospace, defense, automotive, medical, marine. And part of the criteria is that casting entries must demonstrate the benefits of investment casting. And that has to be supported by a case study on what the customer benefits actually were. We take this information after the fact, incidentally, and roll that into our ICI case study publication, which we update every couple of years. So every submission that meets the criteria eventually finds its way into a permanent ICI publication. Next member exclusive benefit is our Innovator of the Year Award. Now, this benefits not only the recipient, but the entire industry. And let me explain why. Well, clearly it's a promotional opportunity for the recipient of the award. The winners recognized at the technical conference and expo and highlighted in InCast magazine. The award is given for new innovations in the investment casting industry, but a key element that we look at is the company's willingness to share their new innovation with the industry. That is a requirement. So the company that wins the award has the benefit of promotion, but the rest of the industry benefits by learning from the advances that one of their fellow member companies have made. I had mentioned we have a special relationship with the European Investment Casters Federation. And one of the key aspects of that is member rates. We have a reciprocal collaborative agreement with EICF. So when we're running an event, or they're running an event, the member pricing for the host event applies to the visitors from the other association. This applies to delegate pricing only. So if you go to an EICF event where they are going to be having technical papers and exhibits, and you want to go as a delegate to participate in observing the papers and walking the expo floor, you will get to attend at the EICF rate. If, however, you're an ICI member and you're a supplier and you want to exhibit and you don't have a membership with EICF, you will pay the non-member rates, and that works in reverse as well. Some of the benefits we see beyond making this available to our members at a more affordable rate is that we bring more people to our events. So there are more buyers and more engineers attending our technical conference and expo and are being exposed to our suppliers. Additionally, because of the advanced circulation in InCast magazine, which ties directly into this, our advertisers are reaching nearly every foundry in North America and Europe. The magazine is distributed elsewhere in the world, but there is a strong concentration in those two continents. Finally, when you look at looking at the technical content that the ICI and EICF offers, they're complementary. So members who choose to participate on both sides of the pond really are exposed to a much greater expanded technical program. The ICI recognizes our responsibility in enhancing technology, and we realize that a lot of technical advancement comes through collaboration. For this reason, we've established two portals to support industry to industry collaboration and industry to academia collaboration. So if you're an industrial member who is looking to collaborate with a foundry, a supplier, or a university, we have a place where you could put your request out there, and a university or another member can respond, and you guys can take this and work offline and develop your collaboration. That's the end of our involvement. We make the introduction. Universities as well can go in and say, we're looking for a foundry or a wax manufacturer or a refractories manufacturer to do a collaboration with our university on a specific topic, and it works the same way. There's also our ICI Internship Program. I mentioned how important we feel it is to drive sustainability forward in the industry and working with young people. The ICI does budget $5,000 a year to share the cost of one internship annually with a member company. We accept applications for it annually, and the focus here is we want to pick a student who would qualify to apply for our intern scholarship. And the ICI does offer 3 intern scholarships annually, $2,500 each. And the criteria, as I'd mentioned, is the same as what we're looking for this activity. That is, the internship must be a paid internship that's conducted over a 10 to 14 week period. Intern projects must be meaningful. Students must be in either their junior or senior year and have a minimum average GPA of 2.75 on a 4-point scale. Students are asked to, when going for the scholarship, to do a 500-word write-up, and some folks laugh about it, but grammar counts. We want to make sure that our future technologists, our future leaders can communicate as well as do a good job in manufacturing. We get to see that also because we ask the student that we sponsor to present their internship at the technical conference. Lessons learned, the benefits they derived, express their interest if they want to, if they're looking for a job in the market. And it also gives them the added benefit of exposing themselves to the industry directly at the world's largest annual event. Another benefit that we offer is our Keynote webinar series. The ICI has been very fortunate in that we have built relationships with a number of keynote speakers that we have worked with over the past and have scheduled for future events. These speakers, in addition to participating in our live events in the spring and in the fall, have also agreed to do webinars for us as part of our webinar series. These are 1-hour webinars that are open only to members. This is not available for non-members to attend, and this is free of charge. There's diverse array of topics presented. It could be focused on labor law, current state of economics, government affairs, also softer topics, focus more on human resources, employee retention, motivation strategies. They're very interesting, they're free of charge, and if you didn't happen to catch it live, they are all available on our members only site. I had mentioned earlier the Business and Leadership Development Conference. That is our second of 2 major events. This is a 3-day event taking place in the spring, 2 weeks after Easter typically, at a desirable location where those of us who are working in the management ranks or the supervisory ranks of our organization can get away, be taken out of the work environment, have a chance to relax, have a little fun, and open our minds up to learning. During the course of the 3-day program, we have educational and informative presentations take place on 3 morning sessions. Again, much like the Keynote series, as I talked about, topics addressed include everything from labor law and economics to employee motivation, harassment, crisis management, those things that are important for us to know at both the supervisory level, the middle management level, right on up to the chief executive officer's level. It's important that we feel our industry is groomed in the factors affecting the business side of the industry. And this program is designed to keep top level management informed and up to date on topics while grooming your up and coming management. One of the nice things about this particular event is that there are numerous sponsorship opportunities. So again, there's the promotion side of it. There are networking aspects to it. We have 2 receptions. We have a welcome reception on the Sunday evening and a farewell reception dinner on the Tuesday night. So it gives folks plenty of opportunity to network there. Plus, we have guest activities. We invite you to bring a friend, your spouse, your significant other, because we have a program set up for them as well, which is enriching and immersive in the local culture and of the areas we're visiting. And we have what we used to call our alternate activity. We found most people liked our alternate activity better than golf, so we no longer offer a golf outing, but we do make arrangements with a local golf course for a special rate for members who would prefer to play golf. But our former activity, now known as the main event, is a major networking opportunity that, again, is involved in something that is local and unique to the area. We have gone exploring caves in Arizona. We have gone on mixology courses in Puerto Rico. There's a wide variety of things that can be done. We've done airboat rides in the Florida Everglades. So we do mix fun with education, but we find that it has been very beneficial to our members, and the feedback on this program is extraordinary, and the repeat business, people coming back year after year looking forward to this event, speaks for itself. A key thing to note is that this is an ICI subsidized event, meaning that the fees that we charge our members are far below the actual costs for the event. We subsidize this with membership dues. The ICI feels that this is a place where we need to give back to the industry. The ICI offers regional meetings, and the regional meetings are open to the entire industry at no charge. We hold them 2 to 3 times per year at various locations through North America. The morning sessions are typically comprised of educational presentations focused at benefiting people from the shop floor and supervisory level up through plant management. And the afternoon session includes a foundry tour and typically an orientation talk and safety before going by the host foundry. The benefit of this is that we give members, again, the opportunity to sponsor the event. And whether you're sponsoring the event or simply sponsoring the tour, promotion will come your way through InCast and social media and our website. Now, I keep talking about the benefits, the exclusive benefits through our members only area of our website. And I want to touch on a few of them here and talk about a few more in detail as we go forward. A key thing, and what a lot of people seem to like, is that we have free advertising for equipment sales. If you have surplus equipment, this is meant for foundries or suppliers with surplus equipment that they are looking to dispose of, you can advertise them on our website free of charge. Every keynote presentation that we've ever had, every webinar that we've ever conducted, those videos are available online for streaming. We also have our highly recognized process training videos available free of charge for streaming to members on the website. Quite often we find that members prefer to own those, and we do sell them in DVD format through our publications area. We have a site, again, focused on industry sustainability, where we host student resumes. And we have resumes of juniors and seniors who have been trained in various engineering or material science areas that have an interest in investment casting, who are either looking for an internship or full-time employment. We work very hard to keep this current, and we do that in collaboration with our member universities, as well as the Foundry Educational Foundation. Taking a step further on sustainability, we have our university wish list, where universities can identify equipment needs, material needs, even consulting needs that they have to offer a complete and beneficial program to the students in their care. Additionally, we look at that from the other side. We have an equipment donation site, and it doesn't have to be limited to, we call it equipment donations, but it could be direct materials or services, that if our members want to make surplus equipment or their services or products available to universities, they simply need to indicate that, and the universities can contact them directly. InCast magazine has been in publication for a long time, and we have a large archive in our members only area that allows you to go back, review past articles, past technical articles, look a little bit at the history of your company, because you probably have past profiles in there, or learn about how we've evolved and changed. We also have an archive for our Ask the Experts questions and answers. We'll address that a little bit more later. There is a true member exclusive offering, the Atlas of Wax and Casting Defects. This is one of those things that cannot be purchased, because this is an interactive tool and it is only available to members. You can purchase a copy for use in your facility, a LAN version, but there's no need to do that if you allow internet access from the shop floor. You've got a great tool for diagnosing problems, and our economic newsletters. Let me go into a little more detail on those last couple of things. Ask the Experts. The Ask the Experts is open to members and non-members alike. It is really the go-to source to address technical questions or challenges that that people in the industry are experiencing. Questions are reviewed and responded to by our panel of technical experts, and those responses are sent directly to the inquiring party via email. Anonymity is guaranteed. In effect, the ICI itself serves as middleman. When a question comes in, we strip out all information that would identify who's asking the question. And when the response goes back, it comes through the ICI, and none of the specialists know who's asking the question. As I had mentioned, this is available to members and non-members alike. So what's the benefit? The benefit is that every question ever asked, every answer ever provided is stored in an archive in our members-only area. So it provides a tremendous learning tool because you can see some of the issues that have come up in the industry, some of which you yourself may be facing, and have a clear response as to how to address them available at your fingertips. I had mentioned the interactive atlas of wax and casting defects. This is a tremendous tool. We previously, and it's still available online, we had our old atlas of wax, atlas of shell, and atlas of casting defects in hard copy. In hard copy of the atlas, the newer atlas is also available. It's been updated. But this is an interactive tool, which really speeds things up tremendously. As I had mentioned, it's available online free of charge to members in our members only area, or if members prefer, they can actually purchase the land version of the atlas for installation at their facility. It is a decision tree based tool. So when you enter the tool, it asks you, are we looking at a casting or a wax pattern defect? And it takes you through a decision tree to clearly identify and characterize the defect and identify the root cause of the defect. It also suggests appropriate courses of action to correct the defects. And to make sure that everything is clear on this, there are photographs highlighting and characterizing the identified defect that will hopefully match what you're looking at. So it makes sure that you're not going chasing a defect up the wrong tree. Economics reports. I think we all know that we are tremendously influenced by what happens in the world. Dr. Ken Mayland, who has been a longtime friend of the ICI and has presented at our spring gatherings for nearly the past 20 years, publishes for the ICI his essential charts. Dr. Mayland is very in tune with what our needs are, what are our factors, and he provides his essential charts monthly. And he even had done a webinar to explain how to read those charts. That webinar is available in our members only area, so you can make the best use of his monthly publication. We also have the publication from the National Association of Manufacturers. It's their Monday Economic Report. Obviously, it's a weekly report, and we also subscribe to the monthly ITR Advisor, which is available to all members. In support of that first leg of the stool I spoke about, how we're working to educate our customers, the ICI typically attends a couple of trade shows a year attended by OEMs. If we're fortunate enough to be going to a show where they have an innovation theater where we can buy time and do a presentation, we certainly do that. And I personally will stand up and discuss investment casting, how to design for investment casting, the benefits of investment casting, and take questions, hopefully drawing people to our booth. Typically, we have 20 to 30 inquiries that result in leads to our members at these events. We gather these inquiries, get as much information as possible. We put that together in a list, and we make that available to the membership to identify anything they wish to pursue, and they can reach out to the customer directly to see if they can meet their needs and support them going forward. On a similar note, we have an ICI referral program, and this really isn't formal except for the fact that I have a procedure that I use when I'm handling it. Typically, the ICI will receive anywhere from 1 or 2 to sometimes 5 or 6 inquiries per month from people who are either trying to design a part for manufacture as an investment cast component, or they have a design. Maybe they have an old design that they need to get parts made for. Could be also folks looking for high production, and they're looking to convert from a fabrication to a casting. They will typically come to the ICI, and we will review what their criteria is, what their requirements are. Are they restricted to a region? What is the material? What is the size of the component? And we take that, we go through our database to identify a complete listing of the members that we have that can service the needs of those customers. And we provide that list to them on a referral basis. The ICI makes no recommendation, but we will make you aware of everybody who will meet the needs as the criteria was laid out. This also happens, incidentally, for people looking for supply for the industry. We have people sometimes looking for refractory suppliers, testing suppliers, equipment suppliers, and we make similar referrals in this area as well. Well, that pretty much covers the major programs that we have that offer benefits to our members. And I'm sure there are others, but we don't want to be talking all day. So let's talk about a couple things that we're introducing in 2021. The first is a labor law discussion group. We have found that involvement with Rick Alanis, who has been, like Ken Malin, been supporting the ICI for nearly 2 decades at our spring meetings, is very in tune with our industry, and he is very in tune with current labor laws affecting what happens with us. He had done a webinar for us earlier this year, and as I had mentioned, speaks annually at our business and leadership development event. He does this with other trade associations where they have a labor law discussion group, and he feels that ICI members really could take great advantage of this. So starting in January, we're going to be kicking off virtual meetings hosted by Rick Alanis, where he's going to, in effect, have a 2-way dialogue. It's going to be just like a regular virtual meeting with open mics. He'll be focusing on current impacts to labor law affecting our industry, but he's also going to be there to take your questions about things that you're currently confronted with. And in effect, in the form of a discussion group, it's hopeful that everybody benefits from it. We are not laying out a monthly schedule for this meeting or a quarterly schedule because Rick indicates that the frequency of such meetings really comes from the needs of the people who choose to participate in it. So if there are some complex issues that are being addressed that needs a more focused attention, meetings may be monthly. If it turns out the group is more of an update of what's going on and it can be done on maybe a bi-monthly or a quarterly basis, that's the way it'll be handled. But that frequency and dates will be set by the group. Another benefit that we're offering is the fact that the ICI has developed a program called Process Control Standards. It is a program to which foundries can certify themselves to. The focus of the program was to develop a set of tools where a foundry can use to facilitate its continuous self-improvement programs. It's checklist driven, and the checklist is based on the key process inputs and key process outputs. It focuses on the areas of wax, shell, and casting, as well as looking at management involvement in activities. And there are 3 levels of certification associated with this: the bronze, silver, and gold level. The bronze level is completely self-certifiable, but silver and gold do require an independent surveyor to come in and take a look at your operation and assure that you have, in fact, met the criteria for silver or gold. And the criteria, as I had mentioned, is KPI or KIV and KOV based. And the bronze level, you simply need to achieve 40% of the criteria established. Silver is 60% and gold is 80% or more. To know that surveys are being done correctly, whether they're being done internally or done by an external surveyor, surveyors have to go through a certification training program where we'd have ICI certified internal surveyors from your foundry and external surveyors, independent surveyors who are no longer working in the industry, so that there are no conflicts of interest that come in with independent eyes. Surveyor training is free of charge. And there's benefit to be had from this because your surveyor learns the ins and outs of the program. They learn and understand the criteria, and they learn to know what to look for to enhance your foundry's operation. And again, the whole intent here is to make us better. This is not an audit, as you would see with something like NADCAP or ISO. This is a survey to identify your areas of strength and areas of improvement and give you guidance to enhance your operation. Certification is valid for 2 years, and that's because we want to make sure that people are doing the things to maintain the certification. As I had mentioned, there are the 3 levels: bronze, silver, and gold. And it's meant to be an internal tool, but you can use this as a marketing tool as well, simply by saying, hey, we are bronze certified, or we just made silver certified. Put out a press release, put the logo on your site, or again, ultimately identifying that we are process control standards gold certified. This is something that we hope will have meaning to the OEM community. And in support of that, we are educating the OEM community as to the fact that we are offering this, and it is something that they can look for to help identify suppliers to meet their needs. Well, that pretty much continues or completes the benefit portion. Now I just want to touch on a few things for those of you who might be considering membership. We have actually 5 membership categories. All right. Really, we need to focus on 4 because that probably applies to you folks. We have regular members, which are North American foundries, affiliate members, which are North American suppliers. And then we have associate regular and associate affiliate members, which are the international foundries or international suppliers. The 5th category I mentioned is an individual membership. And that is exclusively for people who are interested in being involved with the ICI that are not working for member eligible companies. Our membership primarily is focused on corporate memberships. But what does that mean? We're not going to, if people that work for you want to be members, they're not buying or paying for a membership fee. They are members because your company is. So every employee of a member company has full access to members' privileges. Dues for membership are based on company sales to the industry. So if you're diversified and you're selling to multiple industries, it's not your total sales. It's your sales to the industry. So it is for suppliers, it's sales of materials, equipment, services to investment casters. And for those producing investment castings, it is the value of your tooling and investment casting sales that your membership is based on. If you're offering other services such as machinings, coatings, and so forth, those do not play into the calculation of membership dues. Applications can be found on our website. The link is on the screen, or you can contact the ICI directly by calling our main line, 201-573-9770. With that, I want to thank you for taking this time to spend with me today. I hope that you derived some benefit from it. And one thing I tell everybody is that membership only has value if you use it. And you'll find that our most active members have been with us for decades. And those who become active continue to remain active. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the ICI office or contact me direct. My direct line is listed as 201-690-6686, and my email is jfritz@investmentcasting.org. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a terrific day.